Hello and welcome to NASCAR Nationwide Series GarageCam, streaming live on NASCAR.com. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, and welcome to the Nationwide Series Garage. You see inside this garage right now the number 72 car here. You hop into the right of this video if you're watching it live and tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you want to see. I know I don't want to see jorts in the garage area, and that's what I'm seeing right now. Well, tell us what you want to see. Yes. How's it going, bud? How we doing? First driver here on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Why don't we give you the mic? All right, Harrison, why don't you tell us about your weekend here in New Hampshire? Look at blue skies, racing all about.
Doing flips earlier and got the whole show out here.
Were you the guy in the plane doing the flips?
You know, I wish I could say I was, but not today.
No, not today?
No.
You would never do that?
You know, it would take quite a bit to get me to do that. Some prompting there.
Well, tell us about the hot rod you got this weekend.
Well, we actually haven't made it out first session yet. We're kind of saving the tires and getting some radio things worked out, but the Camaro's looking good, and here at the Carl Long stable, so we should be good this weekend. Hopefully everything works out.
Saving equipment-wise and just chilling out in the meantime?
Yep, just kind of eating some lunch and hanging out.
Lobster?
Yeah, I wish it was some lobster. We had some chicken, Hawaiian chicken. It's pretty good.
All right, there you go.
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Well, you have a good cook with you this weekend, don't you?
We do. He's excellent. Excellent cook. Did very well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
So I always meet new people.
Well, get some meat on those bones,
Yeah,
and we'll talk to you next time on NASCAR.com GarageCam. We'll see you, bud. Love it. The Carl Long team has a special guest cook this weekend. One of the best chefs in racing. Here's the number 13 car, and hey, right next door, you heard the quieting noise behind us. I don't know if you heard those race cars. Well, right now going on is the inaugural NASCAR Whelen Engineering Modified Tour All-Star Race. The reason why we're talking about that right now? Well, let's see. The modifieds are rolling here. Let's see if we can show you the modifieds here. Hey, as I get a pinch from SJ Golembeski, a modified guy. Here's the modifieds right there, rolling in turn number 4. The reason we're saying that car that just rolled by is the driver of this car, and that's Ryan Preece, the young Connecticut driver, who is the champion of that series last year, and is getting to run his second career NASCAR Nationwide Series race. Ryan Preece, extremely talented driver in the NASCAR Next program, driving this Tommy Baldwin Racing fielded Camaro, East-West Marine on board. Very talented young driver. Great to see him get a shot here in his native Northeast. And he's going to be racing a lot, okay, because he's racing that Whelen modified car right now. Nationwide practice, as soon as he's done, he's got to hop in this car for nationwide practice. And then after that's over, he's going to Connecticut, middle of Connecticut, Stafford Motor Speedway. Great half-mile track run by the Arute family to run an SK modified. Very busy boy. Matt DiBenedetto. He'll be busy later today in practice, the number 46. Jake the Snake Crum, running in the Nationwide Series this week. You've seen him in the trucks. Jake Crum will be in the MyFreedomSmokes.com, number 86 this weekend. First in the chat, Louis DiDonato. I live in New England and will be at the track in September. I'd love to see Regan Smith, please. Well, love the fact that you're a New Englander and coming to the races here this weekend. A great place to watch a race. Mike Abe, can I see the number 36 of Ryan Preece, please? We introduced you to him on GarageCam last year and went on to win the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour Championship. So really great young driver and very personable. Too bad we can't get him on the show. He's busy out there in the All-Star race. One more segment to go in that race. He's running about 7th, I believe. Kevin LePage right here in the Mike Harmon car. And there is Kevin LePage. Let's see, we might as well talk to Kevin LePage. We never get to you on GarageCam. How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing great, thank you, especially now that I'm here in New Hampshire, which I would call my home track, being from Vermont.
That's right. I mean, back in the day, the Vermont Teddy Bear car, one of my favorite cars of all time. How many people still talk about that great ride you had?
A lot of people. I mean, there's every race that I go to, there's always somebody that comes up and say, hey, can I get your autograph? They got an old Vermont Teddy Bear car or something like that. You know, and it all starts back to the day when Benny Parsons and Dale Earnhardt Sr. were there, and they used to call me Teddy Bear Man. And I still
why'd they call you that?
Because I had a teddy bear on the hood of the car.
There you go.
You know, but you know, it was real funny. I came here to New Hampshire my first race back in '94, and I was really struggling in practice. And Dale was laying over there on the, on the benches, and he come up and he goes, "Can I help you, Teddy Bear Man?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "How do I get around this place?" Because I raced here when it was the old 5/8 mile racetrack. And he said, "Stay off the apron getting into 3." I looked over at him and I said, "You've been watching me?" And he had a little smile and he kept talking to whoever he was talking with. So I go out and I out-qualified the man. So we were underneath the grandstands doing an autograph session, and I leaned over and said, "Thanks for the advice." He says, "It's the last time you get it from me." And our friendship at that point just grew till the day he died. So, I mean, just those are the kind of stories that I can say that in 20 years of racing, because 1994 I moved south to chase my dream. In 20 years, I got so many stories and met so many great people that helped me to get to where I am today.
Oh, Kevin LePage, we love seeing you in the garage area here all the time. Thanks for the awesome story today on NASCAR.com. Kevin LePage will be driving this number 74, fielded by Mike Harmon. And alongside right here, the number 10, supportmilitary.org car of Blake Cook. Great story right there. If you're an Earnhardt fan, you got to love that story. A lot of people have old Earnhardt stories because, yeah, he was the intimidator, but he had a little gentleness to him. He liked to poke people and kid around a bit. Had a few good experiences with him when I first came into the sport. Derek Cope, the Amazon.com machine. Tanner Berryhill, friend of GarageCam, in this number 17. Well, you see people on the haulers. We talked about SJ before. He's a tire guy with Tommy Baldwin Racing. He's second over from the right. Of course, people are on top of their haulers right now watching this race. As we walk around the garage, doing GarageCam. And here is Paul Menard's ride, getting it all brightened up there so you can see the Menard's number 33. Carlos Contreras, the number 23, right here. And our audio guy, CJ. Kind of quiet right now, but that rumble will kick back again. We have good microphones, good audio guy here on NASCAR.com. An empty garage right now because people are on top of their haulers and in the air conditioning and watching this race. And Joey Gase's number 52. Josh Riome in the number 87. Hey, Tigra, you're hoping to get a shout out from your driver, Jeremy Clements. Check it out. It's Matt D.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey, let's give him the microphone, although this could be dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? Return to GarageCam here. New Hampshire. How you like it up here in New Hampshire?
New Hampshire. I like it up here in New Hampshire. It's, well, I won a K&N race up
That's
here
right.
in 09, I think. So, so that automatically kind of made me like the track. And this is my first time in Nationwide here, though.
Oh, okay.
But, the car is kind of tight, but that's about like everybody else. So we'll tune on it, see if we can get it to where it, drives okay.
So what have you done since you've been here in New Hampshire besides that first practice session and the second one coming up? What have you done?
Well, me, Tanner Berryhill, and Ryan Ellis, and one of Tanner's crew members.
It's kind of like the Rat Pack lately.
Yeah,
huh?
pretty much. We always seem to be somehow stuck together. And well, we spun out a rental car on accident.
Oh. On accident, yeah, of course.
On accident,
On accident.
Meaning by me ripping the e-brake while Ryan was driving and he spun out.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We went to some family fun park yesterday. I found out I'm terrible at golf. They have a driving range.
Okay.
I
So
need to
you're good at racing, but you're horrible at golf.
Yeah, I found out I got to stick with driving race cars. I was like, let me see if there's another sport that I'm good at that maybe I should switch to, and it just didn't happen.
So Tiger Woods does not have to look out because Matt D just doesn't have it.
Yeah, I tried baseball, the batting cages. I was like, man, I'm just terrible at everything.
You're decent with the microphone. I mean, that's kind of, an instrument. You can swing that thing around.
Yeah, I don't know. It's between this and driving race cars. What do you think? Should I try and take your job, or
No.
Let's
No,
see.
I'm
Should we
taking
go
the
interview
microphone.
people?
I'm taking the microphone back.
Oh.
No more. He's not taking the job. Matt D right there with the thumbs up, having a good time walking around the garage area here. I think he would host a show one day if we wanted him to. Brendan Newberry in the 55 car this week. Dirk Jan Deleu. Hi, Matt. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hey, the Netherlands. The Netherlands. Is that, okay, the Netherlands. Holland, Dutch.
Not the nether region.
Not the Nether region.
Netherlands.
Not the nether region, the Netherlands. Yes. Correct?
Yes, the Dutch. They wear orange.
There's a lot of people that don't understand the whole difference.
Sorry, I had
Never
loud
mind.
noise.
Never mind. Loud noises. Loud noises. That's because the modifieds that, of course, everybody teases me that I know and love so much are on the track right now. Green flag for their final segment as we look at Jeffrey Earnhardt's number 4 car here. Brighten you up. Back outside here. Not much drivers yet, but I think I see one up ahead. So we'll be in good shape. The number 40 car right here, Josh Wise. Driving the Curtis Key machine. Eric McClure, pretty much all silver this week as far as the paint scheme. And the Reynolds wrap, it, maybe aluminum foil. I mean, Reynolds wrap, I use it at home as well as hefty bags. Why not? I mean, support your sport. Support the products that support your sport. And then here is the Jeremy Clements, number 51. The number 44, Matt Fram. You want to talk about New England? There's Matt Fram. Krista Burrell, please show Mr. Jeremy Clements. You said Mr. Clements, so should we show his father? Well, we could. Working on the car up there. Gotta love it. That's Mr. Clements. Or Clements. I always pronounce it wrong. Well, Jeremy said he was going to talk to us. Should we go ambush him? Okay, we had a request for Jeremy Clements, and he said he would come out. Well, he didn't, so let's go ambush him. This could be a first and a last on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Okay, folks, we're in between the haulers. He doesn't have the big rig like everybody else. He's got the toter home set up. And let's see, this should be interesting. Okay, before we go green, let's see if we can do it. Here comes the knock. I feel like Michael Waltrip.
Hey! I'm waiting because I was chatting with
Who you chatting with some people?
Dave.
Hey, it's Dave Burns. Hey, take the microphone here. Come on, we're coming inside. We're getting unintrusive. We'll stand in the doorway here.
It's Dave's fault.
Hey, it's Dave Burns.
It's completely my fault.
I'm out.
Well, Dave, you're TV, I'm internet, so that rules.
I was asking Clements endless questions, so.
Endless questions.
Oh, yeah, probably not. I probably need to talk into this. What's this for? Why do they have these?
It's a microphone.
Yeah, thanks.
Endless questions or air conditioning, which was?
It was both, actually.
was-
The air conditioning here is great.
And we got brownies, too.
And he answered most of the endless questions.
there
and
are
we
brownies.
just found the brownies, that's right.
Just found the brand. Okay, hey, I got to ask you a question. Okay, we always come by and talk to you, but 2 top 10 finishes in the last 3 races. Pretty spectacular for this 51 team.
That is, man. That's what we were talking about here. It's pretty amazing for us to do that. It's hard to do that in this series, and especially for us with the limited funding we have. But got a 6th at Road America. That was awesome. And then got an 8th last week Daytona. I actually thought I was like 4th when we come across the line. We were all, in a big pack, and I was like 8th. I was like, man, you sure? So I was just glad to get out of there. Talladega, we destroyed a car with 6 to go, running really good, and we come out of there with the car in one piece. That's big for us, and a top 10. So it was a good weekend, and now we got a chance to win $100,000. Hopefully, some guys. I don't wish any bad luck on anybody, but maybe they can have a little bad luck because
you never know. I mean, that $100,000 for the Dash for Cash.
It's a lot.
You, Ryan Sieg, it's Regan Smith, and who else?
And Ryan Reed.
And Ryan Reed, that's right. So that's a big deal for you guys because
Yes.
$100,000 could go a long way.
Man, we don't even get a quarter of that for a race. So those guys get that for a sponsorship and more. So that'd be big for us. We'd use it just to upgrade some more equipment so we could run better. But appreciate Nationwide Insurance for putting that up. That's pretty big for us in our sport. And want to thank RepairableVehicles.com and All South Electric. Those guys have been supporting us all year, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this.
And if he wins that 100G, more air conditioning for Dave Burns and more brownies, folks.
Yeah, this is a treat for me for ESPN Dave Burns to come see me.
I saw the blue spoiler, and I just said, I got to go talk to Clements.
I mean,
go talk to him.
I get to say hi to him when he walks by, but they don't really ever interview me, which no offense, I'm just saying. So
So this is good for me, and hopefully we'll get some more media time this weekend and keep this ball rolling.
And hopefully Dave doesn't ambush you like we just did.
Yeah, happy Friday.
All right, we'll see you, Jeremy. We'll see you, Dave. Have a good day, buddy. Well, that was pretty spectacular. We had to get Jeremy. I mean, two top 10 finishes in the past 3 races for that small, underfunded race team, and a chance at one of the great promotions in our sport in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, Nationwide Insurance, doing the Nationwide Dash for Cash. A pretty cool deal. Let's roll on over to the other side of the garage, maybe. Hey, halfway on GarageCam.
Breaking news, the winner of the modified race.
Oh, breaking news, winner of the modified race? Ryan Newman.
Rocket Man.
Why is Ryan Newman in the All-Star race is what I want to know. He only runs 3 races a year in a modified, but he's in the All-Star race. But guess what? That's not up for debate because I don't make the rules. It's Ryan Newman. He's a Cup driver, so he's an All-Star. Well, the modifieds put on a show, and now these Nationwide cars are about to get on the track for a very important second practice, and now that modified rubber is on the track, and you think, well, so what? Well, it changes the handling characteristics of these cars quite considerably. So some of these teams not looking forward to going out at the beginning of this session, because when they go out there tomorrow, well, conditions can be completely different. That's a struggle here a lot of times at Loudon. You're constantly chasing the track, whether it's weather variances or rubber variances as far as what's currently down on the racetrack. Dylan Kwasniewski's car, the number 31. Here's your other Dash for Cash driver. It's Ryan Sieg. You see the blue spoiler right here. So when you're watching at home, watch for the blue spoiler. Dash for Cash will be this guy, Ryan Sieg. Jeremy Clements, we just talked to him. Ryan Reed from Roush Fenway. And, of course, the 7 of Regan Smith. Around the generators here, we go by the Lannon Castle machine, and there is Ryan Reed's car. You see the blue spoiler on the back of the Drive to Stop Diabetes Ford Mustang. Chris Buescher in the number 60. Hey, let's go on over here because we see a driver in here about to climb into his car, and that is young Austin Terriol here on NASCAR.com GarageCam live on the show. And a great opportunity for you once again. You ran in Iowa, but getting to do it here in the Northeast has got to be a big thrill for you.
I mean, it's huge. I spent my childhood coming here to Loudon with my grandparents, and it's never would have thought I'd be in this position right now, really. I remember standing outside the tunnel watching all the Cup guys come out and just, kind of in awe, and it still sort of feels like that now. But obviously, trying to make the best out of this opportunity with Junior Motorsports, and I think we're going to be okay. BetBomb.com Chevys, we were a little bit off, but I'm still getting comfortable, and we'll have another practice to take a shot at it.
Well, you really wanted to get in one of these cars, but now you're in really good equipment too. So
True.
Not only is it just an opportunity to be out here with the big boys, you shook that off that first practice. Now you're getting to work here in this second practice in a good car, but you got to dial it in. It's going to be tough with that rubber on the track too.
Yeah, I mean, the track's going to change a little bit more, but like I said, the guys know what they're doing, so I feel confident, and it's all about me getting the speed out there. The speed's in the car. I gotta follow through, and we'll keep working at it and get better.
All right, thanks a lot. Austin Terriol right here, the number 5 car for Junior Motorsports. You see the sponsor on board, the BetBomb.com Chevrolet Camaro. Let's backtrack here because we saw Austin Terriol, the young driver that Brad Keselowski tabbed his talent not too long ago and recognized something. Well, here's a talented kid right here, the number 60. Chris Buescher and James Buescher seem to be right alongside each other all the time, and we know somebody, of course, from that number 99 machine. Hey, can you guess this voice, fans?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Do you guys know who that is on GarageCam? It's Chris Rice.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, man? You're live on GarageCam. We don't get to do this too often anymore, but
well, you're always gone, or I'm always gone, and glad to be back at the racetrack. Sending our thoughts and prayers to Matt Lucas. Had a little surgery this week, so as competition director, I stepped in to help out. Glad to be back with James Busher. Just keep working on it. Keep working on it. You know, that's what we're doing. But I heard it was a Mobile One question. So our Ream Toyota Camry, I went up in our trailer and got some things to be able to show the fans from your Mobile One question.
We could show you. We did the Mobile One and Cup, but if you want to show us some
yeah, I want to show you something. So, well, they were talking about how you keep your brakes at Loudon. So we go to Martinsville and go to places like that. This is the brakes that we use on these cars, and you see how thick they are, right? And they will go through that entire set of brake pads. This is performance friction that we use.
Because the ones at like Talladega or Daytona have like about half the surface on them, right?
That's correct. They're half the surface, not near as heavy, because if I gave these to Dillner right now, he would drop them. Yeah, see, they're pretty heavy. But the guys on the brakes pretty hard. We got a brake temperature in our first practice. We was not on them as hard as we have been in the past. James is really good with the brakes right now. We're like 900 degrees in the front. You want to run them 900, 1,000 degrees, but you see them things glow them much over 1,500 degrees. You won't see it as much here at Loudon because it's during the day, but at Richmond you do see it a lot. So I know I'm using all of Dillner's time, you know, because he needs to talk about the race he was at last night, because I texted him, hey, where you at? 2 hours away.
What does he do, though? I sent him a picture of a packed racetrack, and he sends me back a picture of an S10 truck.
My S10 truck was digging back when I was young. You follow me on Twitter, C_Rice1, and you'll see my lowrider that I had when I was growing up, my Hoopty Mobile, you know, and it had PJ92 on it.
Hey, we're looking at the Sprint tablet here that we look at for our chat. Stephen Ingram actually had a question for me, and I'm going to relay it to you. Okay, let's look at these cars right here. Let's look at your Ream Toyota here. And a fan wanted to ask the spoilers. Why do they have the extra lip on the end, each end of a Nationwide spoiler?
Well, when they built this car, what we used to call the car of tomorrow, the COT car, you have to get a balance. NASCAR worked on a balance to be able front to rear. Well, what they done is they allowed us to bolt these 2-inch wickers. You'll see 2-inch on them right there. Bolt them right on top of the spoiler to give us more downforce, okay? So it balanced the car out front to rear. Now, we're available. We can take each wicker off. If we want to, we can use a 1-inch. We can use an inch and a half. Not required to run them. You are required to run what this spoiler is, but you can bolt these on and off. And as you see through the garages in different places, at some places we run 2, some places we run 1. A lot of times we'll run 1 to change the balance shift. So if it's a tighter racetrack, we're going to take this one off to free it up just a little bit, make it a little bit looser, make the back end want to come around a little more. So these are the things that NASCAR gives us to be able to tune. One of the things that they give us to be able to tune. So it was a good decision when they made these. Now the Cup cars, they're completely taller, and they have a Lexan. And the reason they have the Lexan, Dillner, is why?
So they can see, because there's a little bit of visibility problems from the drivers.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, we're gonna get marching. Hey, I want you to do one more thing on NASCAR GarageCam. You need to work out a little bit more. Those are heavy brakes.
Oh my
All right.
gosh. Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy. Chris Rice, NASCAR.com analyst, and of course, crew chief in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. He's actually competition director at the 99, but filling in this weekend as crew chief for James Busher in the Ream Toyota. Well, that was interesting. Well, let's take a little stroll here. Let's see who we see. Brendan Gaughan has not come out of his trailer. Matt Kenseth is speaking with Lonnie Klaus. Josh Wise is over here. Here's Josh Wise walking through the garage area, about to pull some double duty and doing the walk and talk with us here in GarageCam.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, so tell me about your Curtis Key number 40 this weekend, right?
40 Curtis Key, yes. It's not that good so far, but...
You got a second practice, try to make it better, try to make it consistent.
First practice was pretty short, so we were trying something a little new. Wasn't working out, so go back to some stuff that we know and see how it does here second practice.
You wearing out those shoes between the 2 series?
Wearing them out every weekend, yes sir.
All right, Josh Wise, he wears out shoes on a regular basis because you see him working out all the time. Uh-oh. Right over here, you got Lonnie Klaus, Motor Racing Outreach, and Matt Kenseth. Chatting it up here behind the GameStop Toyota hauler. Here's a guy who'd like to get a big W for his car owner here. Of course, Roush Fenway Racing. when you see that sticker here in this region, you think of the Boston Red Sox. And there is Trevor Bayne about to, we'll let him hop in his car here. If he can. And we'll ask him a question while he does so, because this would be a really big place for Trevor Bayne to get the W, okay, with Roush Fenway organization.
Yeah, I think any place right now would be a big place for us to get a W, but we're looking to get Advocate to Victory Lane. They've never been there before. So
do you smell it coming?
I don't know. We got some work to do right now, so I wish the scent was a little bit stronger, but we're working really hard. If effort equaled results, I think we'd have won almost every race this year, because my guys are working as hard as they possibly can, but we just got to figure out the right areas to get the speed out of these cars, and we're making it better in practice, and this is a good track for me. I think it's statistically probably my third best racetrack after Vegas and Homestead, so it's kind of my style, being a short track and all that, so we'll see what we can get here in practice.
Trevor Bayne, this team working hard and sniffing that win here in the NASCAR Nationwide Series in this Roush Fenway, number 6. Brian Scott waving to the camera right next door. 5 minutes to go on NASCAR.com GarageCam. B. Scott, they're going to put the window net up on that car, so we'll leave him be for the time being. Ty Dillon's number 3. Business is picking up here in the NASCAR Nationwide Series garage area. Wendy Lake, I'm from Graham, Washington, and you want to see Kyle Busch's car, we're going to get you over there. We love giving you guys all shout-outs to you. Matthew Maddox wanted to see Ty Dillon's number 3 machine, and there it is, the Westco 3. Red cap on board. Elliott Sadler, driver of the One Main Financial, number 11 car, right here. The crew shining it up. The Joe Gibbs Racing crew shining up the number 11 Toyota. Let's roll you on through here to the other Dash for Cash driver this weekend, and that is Regan Smith, the number 7, the TaxSlayer.com machine. And you know what? I got to do this. Hey, check who's walking out through the garage area. Not only is it my brother Bob Dillner, it's my nephew Blaze Dillner. Okay, lollipop out of your mouth because you're going to be on TV here. So tell the fans what's about to happen here in a few minutes.
Nationwide practice for an hour and a half.
I know you help your dad out a lot with notes and things like that. What do you got for us on any of these drivers here in the Nationwide Series?
Chase Elliott is young, but he's looking pretty good.
What else? Maybe about Kyle Busch? I mean, he's won 4 of the last 5 here.
Yeah, he's really good at Nationwide. He's on.
What do you think about this guy, Elliott Sadler, behind you?
Oh, he's getting shy.
He's getting shy. I mean, how can a Dillner be shy?
I don't know, but Kyle Busch is good. But let's talk about some kids that are getting a breakthrough. Ryan Preece, last year's NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour champ. And then, of course, Austin Theriault running his home track. Kid from Kent, Maine, runs late models up at tracks like Beech Ridge and Oxford, gets the race here. He was in his car 15 minutes before the first practice session just because he was so excited.
That's awesome, Bob. All right, you have a good time here. My nephew right there, Blaze, superstar in my book. Hey, anytime you get to interview your nephew on the show that you do, it's kind of a fun thing. Well, there is Regan Smith, one of the Dash for Cash drivers right here. We'll scoot on through here. Regan Smith, of course, very excited to go for an extra $100,000. Team making some measurements on the side skirts on that car. All right, let's see if we can grab a question with Regan here since he's standing here. All right, Regan, Dash for Cash, you've been in this deal before, but Loudon is not a given, this place. It's a hard place to get around.
Well, I haven't actually been in this deal before. It was last year. Seemed like it was bad luck races for us.
I thought you were in for it though.
Yeah, unfortunately, we weren't. Yeah. It was. We wanted to be in it last year, but this little stretch kind of hurt us last year a lot. So excited to be a part of it. We're fortunate that Nationwide Insurance does all they do for this series and puts up that extra cash for us to race for, and hopefully we can go out there and make sure the TaxSlayer Chevy's up front when it's all said and done.
Hey, we all go out here for W's. We all go out here for championships, dude, for points. Kind of cool knowing that you got 100 G's that you're racing for also.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's it's a big deal for nationwide teams, and you know, as I said, we're fortunate that they involve themselves with the series as much as they do and offer programs like this up. It's a little added excitement throughout 4 weeks of the summer here to the racing, as if it needed to be any more exciting. It adds even that little more intensity, so it's a pretty cool deal.
All right, Regan, thanks a lot, buddy. Regan Smith, the TaxSlayer.com car. Kyle Larson right here. We talked about Rowdy Bush right here, winner of 4 of the last 5 races here at Loudon. I'll tell you what, folks, if you're a Rowdy Bush fan, this is a place where you can put a sure bet on the number 54 car, and right next door, Brad Keselowski in that number 22, the Hertz car. Okay, we got our Nationwide Race Buddy cars to give you right here. We told you about the Dash for Cash. Well, here's the in-cars you can follow on NASCAR.com. Race Buddy, Ty Dillon, the number 3, Trevor Bain, the 6, Regan Smith, the 7, the 9 of Chase Elliott, the 11 of Elliott Sather, Ryan Reed, Brad Keselowski right here, and Kyle Busch. So make sure you tune in to the Stay Green 200, ESPN 2, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner. This is GarageCam, and until next time, we'll see you at the races.